What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at 94 Trophy Titans icon Dennis Bergkamp. If you haven't checked the review out, or at least the objective in fact, for the 93, definitely have a look at that and see if that is worth your time. But we have got a star that is one rated higher than what you can technically get for free, but he has the 5-star with a skill move. Little bit cheeky, not gonna lie, but never complain about an objective, because I think that personally is one of the best objectives we've ever got. In terms of what we get back, never gonna argue. Now this card's coming in at 720 at the moment, 5-star, 4-star, 6 foot, obviously with a cam centre forward striker as his role. And in terms of Bergkamp, he's always been okay, but never in the question. Nobody past, probably even past Team of the Year, is even rocking a Bergkamp, to be honest. Maybe you could have used him a little bit earlier on in the game, maybe a bit of a mid or a base if you packed him day 1 or week 1, but really after that, that is about it. Which is obviously why his prime is coming in at 245. Again, in terms of stats, he's not bad. It is normally in-game body type just doesn't work out for the game, and I'm hoping the extra bonus of the 5-star, 4-star will really kind of settle his doubts, really. We get an extra 4 pace in compared to the prime, 3 on the shoot and on the dribbling, 2 on the passing and the defending, and 4 on the physical. It is just a +1 upgrade from obviously the junior Trophy Titans, which is just a +2s and +1s, and obviously we get the finesse, flair, and outside of the foot. In terms of this card, love the dynamic as always. Let's jump in and see what he can do. Are you tired of using players like this? I would much rather have teams more like this. Then I recommend going over to skycoach.gg for all of your coaching and coins needs. They are cheap, fast, and reliable, but at the checkout, make sure you are using code JT11 for a discount on your orders. Back to the video. Bergkamp spinning off. This is, I think, the second touch we've had with him. Let's see what we can do. Little chip over the top. Oh, Mbappe going for the chest. Thought it might have just been a little one, but so far, so alright with him. Don't think there's been anything crazy, but most definitely nothing bad on the ball for the first 2 times. See if we can find him here. The 5-star skills working an absolute mastery with him as he wins that ball back. Terrier's going to go left, and another assist. Double assist in less than 11 minutes for his first game. Back into him here. We've not really got a speed sort of Bergkamp. I just don't think he's going to be able to do that. Oh, I wanted a better first touch if we could there. Obviously, the 5-star skills is going to come in handy. Ooh, good defending, nearly getting around Ferdinand. So you can definitely feel he is definitely a bit more agile on the ball, which is exactly what we needed from him. Gets the header. He gets getting himself into them areas as well, but he definitely needed that agility boost in terms of what we could have expected more from the card with obviously the prime. And that is kind of where he kind of falls down, in my opinion, with just a normal prime. He's not a bad finisher, and in general, as a forward-esque player, he's not awful, it's just not very meta. So it's nice to see this extra boost on him. Obviously a +2 as well, going from obviously his 92 prime all the way up to a 93 junior. Or can we... Oh, I was looking for Bergkamp. Obviously going up to the junior 93 and then 1-up one more time. I feel like that was the perfect scenario for Bergkamp, because I think just a +1, great finish. Was only okay. I don't feel like that would be talked about much. Having a double upgrade, it's not bad. Bergkamp looking for that 1-2 if he can. Over the top. We're not going to get it. Gets a good header back. Obviously being relatively tall for a forward player as well. It's always a nice option to have somebody that little bit taller in obviously the air. Nearly get a ball through there. Good interception. Looking back for him now. Again, looking for that 1-2. We've left it a little bit too late, so we've got to reset that little bit. Bergkamp on it, wanted it on Zidane, over the top. It's a great ball, great finish, and a good save from Casillas. Into Bergkamp's feet. He's very good with players playing off him. Very much a kind of holding striker. You can see him just being able to float balls in like that. Nearly ping it back to him if we could. But definitely as that sort of assisting striker, doing really well, and then obviously having the ability to finish as well. Always going to be a nice little bonus on top. The skill moves, again, I think has added absolute wonders to his game. Like any 5-star skills, it just adds that extra layer of agility, which is exactly what we want on all the cards. It's why we look for 5-5. We want to be able to do all the flicks and tricks, as well as being able to hit it left and right. That is just the whole point of a 5-star, 5-star. Good ball from Bergkamp. Looking for it back now if we can. Shimmy it onto his right. That's a bit forced in there. Oh, it's a Megs. It's a little change of heart and a great finish from Bergkamp. And that is where the 5-star skills really pays off. It's a lovely chop. Does get very lucky with a through ball through the legs, but it's a solid finish. Good strength battle from Bergkamp. Something you don't necessarily associate him with. I'm trying to pick out the pass, but I should have just kept going. So then, going into the overall form then, he's now coming in, let's have a look, 685, so the prices are still going down, which is very, very incredible to see. Obviously, like I said, we have the junior version, which is the 93, nothing too crazy of an upgrade from that. Obviously, from the Prime, if we look, he's had a good upgrade, a +2 overall. The 5-star skill move is the main catalyst of obviously why you'd go for this top-end Bergkamp, which does render the 93 a little bit useless if you was to get this version. Obviously, I'm interested to see what price we're coming in at. If we've got 245 for the normal Bergkamp, I'd imagine 400 would be my price point, maybe 450 if I'm being brutally honest. But I do think he's not necessarily the top striker now. He's most definitely put himself into a mid to high striker, but I wouldn't say he's necessarily going to overtake a gold Mbappe. I don't think he overtakes a lot of the icon strikers that are in the top end, even like, say, a base Cruyff or something like that. And that is a bit of an extra jump there. But if we were to look at the strikers that we do have, for that sort of price, I feel like he's about right. We look at, for instance, an Mbappe, a Puskás, a Cruyff, a Eusebio. He's not on them level, hence why his price doesn't even come close to that. If we're looking a little bit further down, we see him here. Nunez, again, I'd probably say Nunez is going to be better, to be honest. El Warren is better. The pace element of him is incredible. Martial, obviously Alvarez, incredible strikers. So I feel like he's in that medium to top level of strikers. We look at him next to Hugo Sanchez. I think they're very similar. We have Voler. Again, there is obviously different elements to the striking role. Bergkamp's very good at having it to feet, playing off the pass and move. Has got a bit of pace down the wing, obviously, but nothing too crazy where he's going to burn past everybody. But I do find the fact he's 6 foot, good body build, he actually does work really well with this 5-star skill. And I think you'll definitely see that in this version, most definitely. Obviously, you're going to go with, I think it was engine we went with. Agility balance gets upgraded, obviously. We get a bit more pace and obviously a bit more passing. Already got a top end of finishing, little bit of physicality, nothing too crazy. So you're taking the in-game really as his body type that really holds off players. In terms of a cam, I feel like he'll do really well. He's got that little bit of a shift in him. He's not necessarily the quickest on the turn, but most definitely better than previously. Like we say, that 5-star skills almost just adds a new element of agility to him. It's a different skill zone. You find that he has a better close control as well as being able to turn a lot quicker. I wasn't really sold on the acceleration, to be honest. I felt like his pace was good and you can definitely tell a difference in the upgrade. But most definitely when we looked at somebody like, was it, I can't remember who it was it Essien? And it was Yaya Toure, in fact. It was Yaya Toure. I was trying to think who it was then. His acceleration was incredible off the ball. On the ball, in fact. The first touch was absolute lightning. Whereas I find Bergkamp to be a little bit more reserved and kind of a little bit less to get going, I kind of say. But in general, like I said, I think he's a medium to top icon. I don't think necessarily this is going to be the next best striker icon you can get by any shot. But most definitely they have improved him, which is all I ask from these campaigns. Make these non-usable icons. You tell me when you've seen a 92 Bergkamp in champs. 0. 250k of fodder. That is all he is used for, unfortunately. Whereas now, I could definitely see people going with him. He may not take out Mbappe, but he could take out a few of the strikers that we have got in our teams right now. Overall wise, I'd give him a solid 9 to about 9.3. I think the rest needs to come with just a different element of the card. It's just in-game and how his body type actually handles. But a nice upgrade, good campaign, and I love the dynamic. But other than that, make sure you do like and subscribe. Let me know if you're going to do the 93 or would you just go for the 94. But other than that, catch you all for the next one. Peace.